Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Civilization 6, coming at you with a very special edition of Poundmaker, because today we are doing our very first coaching session, single-player, Deity level, advanced level strats coaching session with my very good friend Seb. Seb, say hello.
Hi guys.
There's Seb. He's going to be playing. I'm going to be watching. That's why you see him right here. I'm actually doing a Discord stream, so he's just streaming his screen to me. And I'll be watching. We'll be talking. I'm going to let him do his own thing for the most part. I'll step in when I have, comments or discussions I want to talk about. He'll be taking over the discussion whenever he wants to just kind of walk through what he's doing. This is a legendary start. It is Poundmaker, of course, and he's going to be going for a science victory. No other sort of game modes are included. It's basically just Gathering Storm base mode. There's no secret societies, anything like that. So, yeah, I don't think there's too much else to talk about other than getting going. So, Seb, here we go. It's Poundmaker, and it's a science victory. And
Yep.
So this is a start. You tried a couple different looks, and this is the one you went for. Talk to me a little bit about why you said, okay, this is the one I want.
Yeah, well, basically because we were playing Poundmaker, I wanted camps, I wanted pasture all around the cap so I can do some strong internals.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I was looking for sure shops, hills, campus adjacency because I want to go to space.
Yep.
We have two mountains. I think the district would be tricky around those two mountains for the campus. So we'll see how we're going to manage that.
Mm-hmm.
And for the other spawn I had huge desert or I was spawning coastal.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to
Yeah.
try this one because I think I would have a bit more land to play with.
Yeah, and this is a very interesting spawn. Obviously, like you said, camps and pastures are very good when it comes to Cree, and it's also very nice to have some hills around. Even one or two mountains is nice to work with your government plaza, potentially to get some nice campuses early, and of course, who knows where else you've got going. So to give you people an idea, so like I said, we're playing on Deity. And this is a little bit more of an advanced level conversation we'll be having about strategies. We'll talk about some basics as well. I do have plans. What kind of map is this?
This is 7C.
7Cs map. Oh, very interesting. It's a 7Cs map. So should be plenty of land to have fun with. In the future, hopefully in the near future, we'll be organizing some coaching sessions with some other people in the community, which won't be on Deity. We'll play, maybe super beginner or mid-level prince, trying to get better, stuff like that. We discussed that with some people in the community. So there'll be other times when we talk about a lot more minute details about simple stuff. In this, we'll talk about some of the basics, settling and stuff like that. But we'll also talking about, optimization in order to take it to the next level. So there you go. So on this one, what are your thoughts about what you would do? Don't move anything yet. But like, what is your thought on what you would like to do with this spawn as far as where you think about settling?
In my head for now, I have two potential spawn.
Okay.
Would be either on spot or on the warrior.
Okay.
Because if I'm settling on spot, I still have my 2-2. Hopefully, I grow in the 2-3, or
Yep.
maybe the algorithm will grow in the bananas, but I can also buy it.
Yep.
And I don't lose my turn to move.
Okay.
But if I move on my warrior, I start with the 2-3. I have another 2-2, another 2-2. I have the ivory
To grow
close
into.
by, and I may open the all that area for another city, because I know on my left, since the river stops here and this is desert, I'm most likely not going to settle this area at all.
Not particularly exactly. So
Yeah.
So basically, this is a perfect example for those of you out there listening, either on stream right now or who are going to catch this on YouTube. He basically covered 90% of the stuff that I would talk about in my head when discussing what I would do with this spawn. Something I think is really important to point out: if you go up to where the stone are to your right and zoom in as close as you can, you can actually see there the top stone. Above the top stone, you can actually see the ending of a river. So what you actually know by looking at this, and again, not everybody's going to look at this detail and think about it that much, but it's actually very important to think about, because you know that this river's ending right here. So the last two spots you could put a city and still be on the river is the stone or the grasslands floodplain above it and still be on the river. So immediately your thought should be, if you were to settle in place, which would be a perfectly good settle, like you said, you're going to grow into some deer, you'll grow into the elephant, you got the banana there, things like that. But the problem with that idea is if you settled in place, you would take up this entire river and not be able to put another city on it. And that's a really key indicator, especially when you said, like you said, you got the desert there. So, if you settle in place, okay, there's no fresh water, more fresh water here. You got a desert. You don't know how big that's going to be. So now all of a sudden, this is not good. So my initial thought is that you'd want to settle where your warrior is. And the only thing that I would probably do to negate that would be, I don't even know if there would be. Maybe, probably the best move is definitely to step on the deer above you with your warrior. Because that's the one where you're going to get information. It's important for people to think about when you're scouting or this initial move is step where you're going to get the most information. Usually on a hill is really good. Or if you're going to get to a spot, if you're going to have hills and trees blocking your vision when you get somewhere, there's not much point in stepping there. So if I were you, I'd step on the 2-3 deer for sure. And then you'll learn some information, but probably nothing that's going to stop your initial plan. So actually learn quite a bit of good stuff. Some more nice tiles up there to move towards. Gypsum will be in your capital now as well. To me, and I'm not going to tell you anything specifically to do, but to me, definitely one to the left is perfectly good settle. Not always the biggest fan of settling on grasslands hills. And I actually, if that river was longer, I would actually highly consider the potential of settling on that marsh, simply to save a hill. Especially if you're going for a science victory, every hill's optimal because you want production. But you'd also be moving away from the deer, which is not or the elephant. So that would have been a consideration. And you'd also be moving towards flat grasslands, which isn't great. But those are the other thoughts. But I'll let you continue. But I would definitely consider one to the left for your settle. And certainly, turn 1 settle's fine, is nice. But turn 2 on standard speed's no problem. I don't even discount the possibility of a 3-turn settle as an option. If you were playing somebody other than Poundmaker, I would actually consider the maze settle, turn 2 maze settle up the river to the right, and then open up second city being turbo on the rice, because you could step on the sheep and then settle the maze, get early gold, still have 2/2s to work, and then you'd open up the maze, the rice settle, and having a second city that's like really really fast, like you'd settle that city, boom, 2/3 with a 3 food base. You'd have 2/2s all day long, lots of hills. You'd have a second city that's so strong. That would be really actually great. But because you're Poundmaker, the last thing you want to do is walk away from pastures and camps. So we won't consider that as an option. But just something for people to have in their head. That maze settle is actually not bad at all when you have a second city that would be turbo like that. Anyway, I'll let you go. I keep talking.
I have a question about what you talked before. On that river, I saw waves. Is it coast or lake can have waves also?
I'm not sure. It's quite possible that it's a lake. It's oh wait, actually, if you go to Settler Lens, okay, so there's no way of telling because these are freshwater because of the river either way. It's possible that it's possible that it's a lake. There's no really way of knowing it. And if it is a lake, then that gives you more options down the road. But there's no way of knowing for sure. So, good point. Aren't there too many resources around? There are a lot of resources, but there's nothing wrong with having resources. You don't have to keep every single resource. Oh wow. Okay.
I really like the Camp Pantheon right now.
Camp Pantheon looks fantastic. Will be a ton of tempo early on.
Yeah.
So,
I suppose I still do Scout as Spawn Maker.
Yeah, for sure you do a Scout. I even consider, I even consider the possibility of double Scout sometimes when I'm playing games. That being said, I would probably consider a fairly early builder. I would consider the possibility of Scout, Builder, Settler on this particular one. Animal Husbandry for sure. Especially if you get a free builder, I like. One thing I would say that I would point out. Oh, we got a goody hat going there. Mm-hmm. For scouting on this particular spot, I would go next to the elephant, and not worry about going directly at the so north, straight north, but elephant and then above. So go beside to the right of the goody hat.
There.
Yeah, that's where I would go.
Oh,
look at that.
Let's see. Well, not too happy about that, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's not the greatest, but it's not bad. And then you'll be able to go up. Now, another thing too is you could potentially save the goody hut for your scout, in order to get it. But on standard speed, you're 5 turns from even having that scout. If that's a builder in that hut, there's way too much tempo to wait 7 turns to get it. So I would definitely take the goody hat now.
And going for the goody hat when the scout will not lose my time like exploring what I already explored.
Exactly. Yeah. You won't exactly. Yeah. Experience, not the greatest, but it'll help against a barb hut. So that's not too bad.
Yeah. Should I keep it?
I would keep the promotion as a warrior. I would keep it, and then that way you can hit once or twice against a barb hut and continue. The other thing I was going to point out too is something that you get in the habit of doing. That I get in the habit of doing is looking at my citizens. Now, not everyone's going to be comfortable with locking them in all the time, but I would myself, I would just lock that in as of that. Not everyone would want to do that, simply because in my head it just feels right to do that. I don't always lock in 2/2s when I have multiples, because if you happen to chop a tree and then forget you chopped it, you might be stuck on a 2/1 for a while or whatever. But any tile that to me is overpoweringly strong, I always try to lock it in.
I don't want him to do the race without my consent.
No. Yeah, the faster you get that scout out, the better. So yeah,
and I'm thinking with my warrior to go on the left and see.
Yeah, I wouldn't. So this is another very good point, and you mentioned this in our kind of preamble. Is a mistake that I think a lot of people make is they'll just kind of like they're just like trying to be Lois and Clark heading across the west, right? You don't want to just run in a straight line away from your capital, because the most important thing is like the first 30-40 turns of your scouting should be about, okay, what's my land look like? Where am I putting my cities? Where's the best cities, right? Early tempo revolves around, is my second city really good or not? If you haven't found a really good second city or a third city for your first settlers, then you settle for whatever the best you got, and it might not be great, right? If you just run off in the middle of nowhere, you're not going to learn. So I think it's important, like you did there. Oh, we got a new continent. That's very, very advantageous. So you'll maybe be able to run up through those mountains and then head south. Then you've got a river here now, so you'll be able to discover the possibility of some other things. We've now met Cardiff, which is
I don't know the what they do by the name.
Yes,
this one is power for Albert. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see about Arbor.
At what stage do you plan your districts? For me, I'm instantly planning my districts the moment I see the spawn. Bleaker. I'm always initially thinking about what I'm doing with it. So, in this situation, the right now the only freshwater you know about is the stone settle. So I would probably take my scout and go investigate the stone settle.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
And let's do builder.
So I think a builder here is good.
Yeah.
Generally, I love to get settlers out super fast, and also playing a Kichita's. You know, they're so powerful of a unit that. Oh, they're very nice. Goody hut. Or sorry, a barb hut. So that is actually a coast, not a lake. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
Should
I should
so
go back.
My thought is personally is I would not necessarily beeline towards it. You could maybe step through that other pass, like step on the copper maybe, and then just learn a little bit more as you go through the rice. I wouldn't say it's an emergency. And the other thing is getting levels on your Kichitas could be very valuable. So now that you've learned as much as you have there, I might consider turning him around. Maybe going up towards the cattle and going around the top of the Dead Sea.
Okay, so
you know what I mean? So you're going to learn, but also come and help kill the barb hut.
Okay.
Okay. Now.
Oh, well, there's one on the bottom there.
Okay,
too.
then that just changes our mind completely. So you've got your promotion. I would go ahead and hit it once, and then take your promotion. Yeah. This is interesting. How much? I'm so used to online speed lately. How much does it cost for a scout to buy? 160. Okay. Yeah, it's a little pricey, but it's not too bad. Animal husbandry's done. I would probably go get pottery for the free trade route. I don't really see a big need for mining right now. And
so I need to explore.
Yeah, if you can explore, you could get it a quick trade route to Cardiff. Or 8 turns into the... You could probably just leave it for your settler if you wanted to do it that way. So yeah, I'd take that promotion probably and just heal him up. Is this New World Age or is it just...
No, it's all standard.
All standard? Okay.
Maybe the forest,
Maybe
think.
forest, yeah. If it's New World Age, I would always suggest hills, but... Okay, this isn't going too badly at all. Trace him down. So builder this turn. Got a nice attack there. That was really good.
So usually I wouldn't keep going after that scout because maybe instead of going toward this camp, it doesn't see me, and I would go more south to explore that area.
I think I probably would take one more turn trying to find the barb hut. Maybe step on that gypsum and see what you see.
Because he doesn't have the exclamation.
Yeah, he's definitely not.
Back.
I would probably step towards the cocoa and then maybe step on the cocoa next turn and not worry about. And then that way you can kind of swoop around that south and get everything south of your capital. I think you've got a promotion on your warrior.
This guy.
I would hit the promotion up. There you go. Perfect.
Yep.
Then you'll hit like a ton of bricks. Yeah, I might.
I think I want to go to Cardiff actually.
Yeah, I would definitely. Like that. There you go.
Okay, settler.
Settler for sure. I would probably even say double settler might be my choice. Now, one thing I would have done. No, go ahead. Probably put in God King, I would say for sure. And probably discipline. Because you're fighting barbs and you don't know how many.
But I already have a +7 from my promotion. So I will be. I killed this guy.
Yeah, no, I mean, you could do it that way if you want. But there's also, I mean, it's up to you. I don't mind survey either. but if you run into more barbs, you know,
Yeah, maybe this guy can kill a barb.
yeah.
But
Now, one thing I was going to say
yeah,
is your builder. I didn't mind where you stepped him, but now he's now the I don't think the scout. I'm not sure how it works in base game now. I don't think the scout will go after you,
if
but
I don't kill the camp, he
yeah,
won't
if he
be
kills you,
sure.
then he goes aggro, and he
And
could
I don't
destroy
think
your
he.
improvement. So that's kind of like where my thought was around. I was going to say is I probably wouldn't have stepped towards the barb camp with the builder. I probably would have gone to the deer south, and then gone to the elephant, um, and then improved those two, and then maybe improved a pasture for more production. So I probably would have gone. I mean, it's up. Doesn't
Okay.
matter. But you've kind of sitting in a situation where you're creating
A
the
dangerous
potential
zone.
for a destroyed tile or whatever, like a pillage tile. So I would have moved away from the barb camp early, and then you could come back to it if you wanted.
Ah, I just saw that yours there.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Very interesting.
But now that I've done it, I think I will
Yeah,
still
if you
to the
want,
camp
there's nothing wrong with it. Worst case scenario, he pillages it.
and move there.
Just bribe the barbs. This is probably
Yeah,
a
if I
kill.
kill it, then the scout won't be happy.
Yeah. Which is why it's a little bit dangerous.
To Farang.
Luckily, your builder will be fine.
Oh, hello, Simon.
Simon Bolivar. And of course, you want to move
And now
him
I have to
away.
hide. I want you to be happy with me. Thank you. I need to deal with the scout. And I want to make a path for...
Nice little
Oh,
campus spot.
yeah, maybe I can do non-fresh
Yeah, non-fresh with pre is
here
perfectly fine.
on that stone. Aqueduct there.
I
I
would
can
consider
put
the non-fresh actually adjacent to the two cocoa. Actually,
there.
it would make it third ring campus, but you don't lose the chop. Yeah, there's not a lot of hills in the area, but you do have your improvement. It's hard to say. They're just thinking about the possibility of setting up a nice district
If I
instead.
settle there and if I want to put my campus around those two mountains for my two first city, I will
Yeah,
need to put the campus before I settle there.
yeah. I'm not sure you'd put a campus on the cocoa or on the banana though. I don't know. Okay. Other question
Oh, he's
is,
going
he
back.
turned around. Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't know
So
if he maybe doesn't know that I cleared the
maybe,
camp.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe the coatings
That
doesn't know. You go ahead and smack him.
so now do I want to go on that left or on that
I would say you want to go
Simon
left,
come
and
from
I
the
would. I think you
left.
want to move towards Grand Columbia, if anything,
Yeah.
and see what he's doing.
No man ever wetted clay.
Some nice tiles there.
And
Another thing I would
perfect.
say you might want to consider doing more often is checking your settler lens. I
Oh,
have it as
I,
one. I used it the
is there a
hotkey.
shortcut for it? I never
Yeah,
use it.
that it's
Most
not.
of
I
it.
use it as one because I've adjusted them, but there is a shortcut. I don't know what the number is for shortcut on base. Maybe somebody in
Okay.
chat knows. Um,
Kincho.
yeah, Kinsho, let's
Kincho
go.
knows.
Um,
Kincho
o-
knows
only
everything.
because like you want to see where he is, right? So the closer you get, four in base. There you go.
Thanks.
Because it's important to know like how close he is and things like that, right? So you're gonna want to step on one of those hills next. Other thing I
Yeah.
would do is buy.
Uh,
What
good
I would, yeah, I
news.
was just gonna say this is a situation where I would definitely buy that elephant and go improve it so you can get a luxury online. Um, Thankfully it's still
Yeah.
base cost.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yep.
And this guy to Cardiff for now.
Yep, I think that's a good call.
And I miss where the scout went.
He went south. I think he's standing between the two
Is-
stones, to the left of the two stones.
There. Somewhere there.
No, I think he's the desert tile between the two stones. Right
Okay.
there. I'm pretty sure that's where he is.
I think I will. I think I prefer to keep this guy in check. That explore that because that's just the end of the land for sure.
There's probably not a whole lot more to learn. I would probably go towards the city though, so he doesn't destroy your camp. I go there and then step on the grasslands hill with the trees next.
Next turn. All right. I'm thinking mining so I can chop wood at some point.
Yeah.
Because I don't need anything right now.
Yeah, no, I think mining is probably fine so you can chop woods. I agree with that assessment for sure. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, welcome back.
Give him a smack. He might die to the slinger, which is going to cost you a barb
river
kill.
here.
Well,
That's
there you go.
interesting.
That's interesting to know for sure. Now one thing I was going to point out. I was going to let you just play it out how you wanted to. So your builder's done.
Yep.
Craftsmanship boost, very nice. But here's the thought that I have. You got an early builder.
Yep.
And you didn't add any production to your city.
No.
You added a lot of gold, which gold's nice. You've added, but basically you added 2 gold to 3 tiles. That's a total of 6 gold. The general formula that people tend to use is 1 production is equal to 4 gold. If you had worked the pasture, the sheep pasture, that's 1 production that you would have added to your cities. That would have essentially added a production to your city instead of adding gold. Now the gold's fine. The gold's going to give you tempo because you can buy a builder later much faster, or you can continue to buy better tiles for your cities, although you've got lots of good tiles. So it's not a big deal. The gold's good tempo. Definitely wanted to get the elephant up, and you wanted to get camp up, one of the deers up, depending on where you're thinking about putting Artemis. But I would have improved one of the sheep for production.
Okay.
Not a big deal though. So yeah.
What I was more thinking for the 3 camps is for when I get my camp Pantheon.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. If you do get camp Pantheon, that's a very good point. Then you've got them already up and running. So fingers crossed you get that, and you'll be perfectly fine. I agree with that idea.
Yeah. And that's something I'm always wondering. Shouldn't I bring the guy in my territory to heal and go back, or just heal?
I think he's probably okay to keep going. He's got a promotion. He'll survive pretty much any hit. And it'd be good to go find out what's up there. The Dead Sea doesn't give fresh water, right? It does. Not that you really.
No, it does. It doesn't.
It doesn't. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay.
Does not provide fresh water.
No, and it's not the greatest tiles either. But give you a little bit of faith generation, but no biggie. So you can go up here. Goody huts would be nice. Certainly, something to keep in mind always early on is little forest fire action.
Crit bats down. Oh, there's. Can I get all of those pasture?
Yeah, maybe the stone settle's not bad for a base, although you don't have a lot of hills, so you might not want to ruin a. You probably have enough production in the area you could settle the stone.
Or even there, but that's not fresh. I don't know if I can.
That's a grassland hill. No, it's not. None of them are going to be fresh water. Yeah.
I don't think I can have those 2 if I settle on the.
Yeah, you could settle 1 on each side for coastal if you wanted.
I could settle the horse for if I want those 2, but that guy I know is going for that city.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about that one on the bottom. Yeah, I'd still probably consider. We'll have to learn a little bit more about the area to make your decisions. You do have a fissure up there, which will be good, but the fissure will only be good if you put the campus on that hill, which is not going to get another adjacency. So it's not going to be the greatest campus either way, but it's fine. You're not seeing a lot of hills, so you can't be too or sorry,
I could
mountains.
go check here if maybe there's more
Yeah.
reef, but
What I would probably do is step on the horse to the right.
to see this one.
No,
But
no, no. I would
yeah,
step on the horse to the right, and then you'll be able to check the appeal, and you'll probably be able to tell if that nubbin there is. Okay, that is some really nice land. Can you check the settler lens again? A reef? Did I say
check here,
reef? I didn't say
you
reef.
said
What did I say?
fissure instead of
Oh,
reef.
fissure, reef, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, that's a really nice city there.
So the slinger came and found us, but he's not actually all that close as of right yet. So there's some really
No,
nice options in the south
maybe
here.
he's on the other side of the
Maybe
desert.
he's up north, yeah.
Okay,
So,
now you.
now it's time to decide which direction to go. You do have. There's something to consider is the speed of the Seto and how fast you get it down, okay? And then the other thing to consider is how good of a city is it going to be. So it's going to be on the coast. The stone is the Seto, right? The 2-2 base, I think.
Yeah.
You could settle the floodplains. If we assess how much production you're going to have in that city, you're not looking at a ton. So you could consider the floodplain and keep the hill.
If I settle the floodplain, I get the ivory there.
Yeah,
with
you
the
bring that
chemical
ivory into
gun.
play, and then you also bring another hill in closer to the north. I would actually consider the possibility of the floodplain, to be honest with you. And another thing too is it's a really fast settle. It's you would step on the marsh, and then you would go to the rice, and then it would be 3 turns you'd be settled.
Yeah.
The other option is the city to the left that you've discovered, or the potential for at least a couple cities.
It's far.
It's a long ways to get there, and delaying settle sucks. I think the T is actually a really good settle. There's a couple 3-2s. There's forest fire tiles everywhere, and it would also open up another settle on the river to the left of your scout, potentially
Over
on
here.
the Caddo or a 3-2 or something like that. Probably the 3-2 for a 2-2 base. A lot of really good stuff in there. Potentially some good campuses. Thing is like I said, it's a long ways. I would consider it as my third or fourth, probably third city.
Right. As you were talking, I was considering to be third and fourth, maybe fifth, sixth on fresh,
something like that.
and then we see if we want to go at 8.
Yeah, exactly where you want to be at 8. Yeah, I think the settle there is fine. Does it hurt the future settle near the Dead Sea? To settle, not really, because you can still settle the cattle if you wanted to, or right on the coast, by the Dead Sea, like left of that top horse, you could potentially settle, bringing in the maximum amount of hills. You'd have to just take a look. So next thing to do, check your settler lens up to the north. See if there's loyalty. There's still no loyalty up there, so you definitely have space. If he was closer, if I saw loyalty issues on that river in the desert, for instance, I would consider getting another unit, like maybe even like a slinger or something like that, just so that you have it against the AI. One of the assessments they make is how big is your military and how close are you, and do they know where you live and stuff like that. So because you have lots of space, I would say you can greed out here a little bit. Look at the size of that desert, by the way. Pog champ.
That's 100% going to be Petra there.
Ooh, already confirmed, folks. There's definitely a Petra in our future. There's no better word of that. Rory is howling. I apologize for anybody out there who doesn't like dog barking, but there's people in behind the house enjoying the beautiful day. So yeah, potentially I don't mind that. I don't know if I would. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, you want to see how close those mountains are, because you might want to potentially leave. Yeah, because you want to be able to make sure you can get a solid campus. So I would even consider settling one up, like basically right of your Petra. To be honest with you, no, I'm not saying that would be 100% what you would do, but I'm just saying it's going to give you a better chance at getting closer to the mountains. So here, I think you can greed out. You've got no loyalty anywhere near you. I think you go settler here. Also, you're at pop 2, so you probably got. Did you lock in a second tile or? So okay, yeah. So the reason you stepped on the you're on that 223. That's perfectly fine as long as you're maxing your production out. That's good. Growth in 9. So the reason I had you step on the horse is because you can now see that you don't have to worry about going any further. You know that's an oven. There's nothing else there. Yeah. So there's no need. What's that?
Hudson. That's
the Hudson Bay. There you go.
Very cool.
Canada things for the Canadians. All right. So, with that warrior, I would probably send him. So at this point, okay, so we're turn 25. This is the point where you've done really good scouting. You know a lot about where you're at. The scout on your left is going to continue to check out the desert and then head left.
Yeah, to see for Simon Bolivar.
Yeah. My thought here would be the next thing I would want to buy if I were you is another scout. I think you can get one in 2 turns.
Yep.
152. Yeah, so it's 160, I think, right? Yeah. Yep. I would definitely say one other one. And I would send that southwest or southeast basically in there. The warrior, I don't ever like my warrior to get too far away from home because of barb camps. You want to be able to deal with barb camps. Unfortunately, we're not seeing a lot of barb camps, which is going to make Golden Age, can make that a little fishy. How many turns is it? How many turns is it? 16 to 36. So you could have lots of time. So yeah, I just send the warrior back. Maybe the warrior comes back and heals up a little bit in case barb camp action comes. I would probably do that.
Oh. Yeah, I think it's better there.
Yeah.
Like
so you can have that campus. You could do double campuses there, maybe. Yeah, I like that. And then also keep in mind, even though you don't get to mine it, you will get the base Petra yields. So that's a good point. That's pretty solid stuff. So you go to settle next turn, which is good.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Okay, so he's actually not too bad. You're going to want to keep an eye on where he is. I would actually say that Petra settle might be your next one just to block him. In order to do that, though, I would get the warrior heading in that direction as well, since he's as close as that. That is a lot of hills, boy. Whew. Petra is going to be monstrous. Plus, you got some stuff to chop it out. All right, mining is done.
I don't need plantation.
Nope.
Anyway, I want to boost it.
Yeah. So if you go into the whole tree, and we'll start to assess the things. Okay. Yeah. So commercial hubs is nice. So you could start heading towards commercial hubs. Having the potential to get a classical unit online is also good. I don't like to get archery until I've got 2 or 3 slingers, so you don't want to necessarily rush that. Yeah, I don't mind getting campuses, and then you could get some of them. You're going to space, so you're going to want to get science early. I would probably do that, and then we could start assessing our potential for districting and getting 1 or 2 of them placed down.
Yeah, usually when I play a science, I go up to machinery on the bottom, and then I go straight up for the top 3.
Yeah. I think yeah, I like that idea, sure. Okay, so there he is. Try and learn as much as you can.
So I've seen a lot of other streamers that just do whatever they can to make them happy.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think like buying his happiness is necessarily good. Like, I don't want to give him gold and...
Yeah, no, I don't necessarily think it's that big a deal. He's far enough away. I think, like, I like the idea of keeping the warrior around. Like, maybe the warrior heals while you're settler. Like, maybe take the warrior into your city and let it heal while the settler's going. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, forgot to do that. You could have done that a couple turns ago.
Shouldn't I go toward that camp?
There's another camp. Yes, absolutely. I would head towards the camp.
Can they do they beat the
they don't fare all that well, but if you save your promotion, you could probably do pretty well and then heal in place.
Oh, do we do it?
Do you do it? He's already at war, right? When you looked in his thing?
That's perfect. Yep, he is at war with, we don't know.
What's his military strength? 185.
185.
I would definitely step on the banana right now and
But
see.
if I step on the banana, maybe he won't go out though. So I
Yeah,
want to lure him on the banana,
I mean,
and
you could just settle go to the 1-2 if you wanted as well. If you want to do that,
because I want to lure
see
him
how
in.
greedy he will get.
Two.
So the next thing is to decide on what next civic to do. I like to actually head towards early empire here, because I like getting that settler card online and greeting out settlers early if you can.
I've been with
but it's
37 turns.
well, I mean, the thing is that you're going to get the boost. By the time you get there, you'll definitely have the boost, and that'll go down a lot once you get your monuments built. Yeah, I don't mind it. Now the other thought, the thing is that if you get to, you might want to, if you're considering killing the settler, then getting to a Gogi is probably not a bad idea either. So maybe you can go craftsmanship if you wanted. That's up to you.
Yeah, I usually do craftsmanship.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
Empire and political philosophy.
Okay, I like early empire over state workforce, just because the earlier you get colonization, the faster you can get that boost towards your settlers and get that quick early growth. If you're gonna kill, it's up to you. But if you're gonna get the settler, then the fact that he's at war definitely makes me feel like you should take a shot at getting the settler. Oh, you got your warrior running away from your city. I was gonna have him heal for you.
Well, I can.
Yeah, it doesn't really. I thought he was heading towards the city, and now I just realized he's because it's gonna have him heal while the settler finished.
I can have him there.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, you still have time. Yeah, I think you definitely want to forward settle him hard here.
So I can take it now.
You can take it right now if you want.
Chat, do we do it?
And I think, considering he's at war, his military is not huge, and it's probably already fighting somebody else. If you take that, I don't see any reason why you can't get it home to your Petra city. The biggest key is you're going to want to bring the warrior forward as well. So I would bring the warrior through that path there, and yeah, I think you should take it.
Because yeah, if I don't take it, I have the feeling he's going to settle.
He's going to try and take your city anyway, right? Like that's where he's heading. So I think I would do it. So you snag it. You can see he's got no units around.
There.
He's thrown. What did he just put down for a district?
That's
campus. Okay.
There's a reef there.
Probably a reef, yeah. That's okay. So yeah, I would. Better he's building a campus than a horseman or something. Yeah, just. There's the slinger. That is going to be an interesting.
So now, how can I?
So
if I step there, it goes there.
Yeah, you don't want to let him get. You definitely don't want him to get the first hit. If anything, you want to delay him being able to hit you.
I think if I go there, if he goes on this tile, then I'm fine.
Yeah, I think you go. I think you go up because it gives you the option of staying away from being hit.
In the worst case, I can bring that settlers somewhere here or here.
Yep.
You can come, but oh, I forget. Yeah, that's something they do a lot. They put money in the city states.
Oh, yeah. So Cardiff you're at war with Cardiff. Oh, that's not good. Yoinks.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Oh, you're not. Oh, I thought that's what you're saying. Oh, okay.
I forgot to check before.
Oh shoot! Oh shoot! He actually has. I forgot about his extra movement on base game. He doesn't have that in BBG. You're in trouble.
Well, I'm going on flatlands there.
Yeah, and then hopefully, you're in. Yeah, this could be trouble. I completely forgot he has extra movement, so he can step and hit again. Oh, he didn't hit though. Okay.
Writing is easy.
So you're actually in good shape now, and you could just. I would just probably settle the fissure. That's a nice fissure settle.
Okay, let's
Okay,
see
before you settle, we'll have to figure some other things out. I would actually have your warrior stand in place right now and heal. I wouldn't have him move another inch. Just try and get some heals in, because he's going to probably turn around, and you're going to need to fight him. Okay, Settler in 2, Monument is going fine. I would actually consider right now buying a tile in your second city. So you have another 2/2 to work to get the monument faster.
I can do that.
So I would buy one of the 2/2s.
So it's better to buy a tile for 60 and to get one more production.
Yeah,
Than
because
to
it's
wait and buy a builder in.
It's. I mean, you could buy a builder in like 5 turns. That's another option. It's just that if you buy that build, you're gonna trim down your monument probably by 3 turns faster, and it's 3 turns faster culture. I'm not saying you have to do it. It's definitely what I would do. Lock in the production. Now you've taken a couple turns off. Plus, you're going to grow in 4 turns, and you'll be back to working some more production. So that's probably 6 turns on the monument, which is faster culture, which means you get your stuff done faster. So now research. I would say I would start, now that you're at war, I would start working towards archery. And after the settler, I'd probably pump out a couple slingers with a gogi. Oh, you know, we're going bottom tree. That's right. Maybe
so
you
I
shouldn't.
should hit and promote. Yeah.
Yeah, hit and promote.
Nope,
I like it.
Muscat,
Okay, so Muscat, no big deal.
So that means is that word here.
Yeah, up in the north some. So there you go. That is an adventure. Yeah, I would take the promotion. I'd probably go maybe hills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You read my mind.
So you need to cross.
If I cross, he can shoot.
Yeah, but the settler he can't.
Scout, but he won't be able to.
Yeah, you pretty much have to settle that desert tile. Next turn you'll lose the scout, assuming that the slinger hits,
That's
which
fine.
I'm assuming it will.
Now
Well,
slingers,
maybe he'll survive the hit. I don't know. He might low roll it. And then I would head towards the Petra City. Careful.
I want you to go down.
I would take I would take that one. Yeah. So you're heading towards
Hopefully
your.
He doesn't hurt me.
Yeah, hopefully. I think you still want your warriors there. I would go slinger here.
Yeah.
The monument would be nice, but I think you need some units since you're at war.
I would usually greed out and do my trader for my second city.
Yeah,
but...
you greeted out and took a settler instead.
Yeah,
there you go.
And
then you have to. Well, actually, wait a
right?
second. No, because he'll take it. Now you could. There's 2 options here. You could actually settle the. I actually like the idea of settling the. What do you call it here? The tobacco. Because it's going to open up another settle 2 tiles to the right of where your settler is now, which is going to be a really good city. Yeah, it's going to set up. That's going to be a really good city.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I would have my 8.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty good. So I like the tobacco settle here.
There's ghosts.
There's coast there, so
So
potentially
one there. Maybe there's a better one there than 2 squeeze there.
The thing is, I think the tobacco settle is much better here. You're going to get rid of a lot of desert tiles, and you're going to bring in at least some hills. Like that. There you go. And then you know that he can't take it, so that's fine. Like that, and then hopefully he doesn't step back. I would probably heal. You're going to lose this one, and if he ever hit you back, if you ever low rolled twice, I'd probably just stand there and heal.
And they spawn warriors now too.
Yeah, if you're standing next to it, he will stun a warrior. So yeah, this could be a little dangerous. So settle the city, boom, and then I would go right into a slinger on this one.
Can I buy it? No. next turn.
Yeah, you're gonna want to save up for archer upgrades though, because he's gonna come with units.
I'm playing 2 turns. I'm asking for peace.
Yeah, maybe you'll get lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, he's turned around. That's good. He's not gonna harass that city for a while.
I have my camp.
Pantheon.
That's another thing too. I won't be able to change. That's fine.
It's not that big a deal.
I get
you're gonna get the boost here soon, and you're not gonna be that much longer on getting it done.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, camp Pantheon all day. I think for me, it's such a big boost to your capital. It's huge. You don't have. It's not going to help a lot of other stuff, but like, I don't know what else there is.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, free settler if it was there, but there's still free settler in base game, right? Settler's probably gone.
Well, yeah, but this is almost never there.
Yeah, and the builders. Yeah,
There's Buster,
builder's nice for tempo, but it's not good enough. I don't think. I would take Hunt. I would take Goddess of the Hunt.
I really like the camps.
Yeah, it's going to be so much tempo for your capital. Plus, you've got another elephant north. Look at those tiles. You're just going to be able to just produce so much stuff. I'd probably go Slinger, to be honest with you. Wow, he'll take it. Wow, Deity getting soft, bro. And he's even going to greed and ask for something. He's greeting out, folks. Will he give you anything? Steals his settler and then greeds out. I like it. So he made peace, so I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't worry. In fact, I'd switch to a monument in your stolen city. Trader. I'd go trader. As Kree, I would go trader all day long here.
So you...
And what I would do is actually I would send the trader to your third city, the one you stole. The Slinger, I head towards your the camp. I'd send the Slinger towards the camp, and I would send it through your city so you can upgrade it. I would grow up, no, but don't send it like that. I would send it to the stone in your second city, and then upgrade it to an archer. And I would probably move the.
If I just wait there, I get the kill, and I can change.
You can get a unit exactly. That's what I was going to say. I would actually move the scout away, so maybe they don't spawn an archer or a warrior.
Especially if I kill this guy, 1 more turn, so finish it with the boost.
Yeah. You got the boost for 6 population, right? Yeah.
So do I want a settler? I built there.
I would go builder here for tempo.
For my RC.
Yeah, for your horse, and then for your stone. I would go horse, stone. I'd actually even consider buying the elephant in that city. I would consider buying out to the elephant in this city. It's a lot of money though. It's so expensive on. Yeah, no, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You got lots of good tiles to improve.
Or stone and.
I would go horse, stone, probably straight up production. Irrigation boost isn't a bad idea actually. No, I don't mind that.
I wanted to see this guy.
And then you can go banana in the tailpipe. Make sure that your Slinger is going to the. Oh no, you're going to go for the boost. Yeah, so get off of archery because you're going to try and get the Slinger kill, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I always think stuff like that, and then I forget to do them.
Yeah. So
I think since I'm going in 8 turns,
I like masonry for the pyramids in the capital.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. And then
you can finish eating for 1 turn.
I like this. I like that.
Oh, well, you missed.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I would switch to monument there now with either a piece. I forgot. I had mentioned that, and I forgot to tell you again. I would the monument.
You are going to go up.
Yeah.
Can do monuments. You settle monument 2.
Yep.
I
would buy 100% by the the 3/3. There you go. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, you buy the 3/3 all day.
You're smart. Are you smart? You're smart.
And I like all that. It's not bad. There you go. That's good too. Builder's what, 200 ish right now?
Should be. So I think I'm going to keep discipline for
discipline
scout
for
there.
this
He's going to spawn tons of
yeah,
warriors for this
potentially,
guy too.
and the slinger. I would actually bring what I would actually do is bring that scout on the right. I would bring him back towards the camp so that because what's going to happen is when you step on the hill in 2 turns, the
He's
slinger
going to
or the
move
guy's going
there.
to come out, and then you can clear it before he spawns units. And the clear will be important as well. Yeah, I like that. Moving him up there is important, I think. In the
I'm
capital, I would go.
thinking
I put this. I would consider putting the settler card in that we went and got, and
Yeah.
getting a settler going in the capital while we go get pyramids tech. There you go.
And
I would.
there,
I would
there's
send.
something there.
Yeah, exactly. I would send that trader probably to your Petra city. There's a lot of good tiles to work. Something to consider about. Okay, I'm going to grow. What city can take the most advantage of growing? Right. If you look at that city where you're going to build Petra, first of all, growth into Petra City is huge. But he has so many good tiles he's going to be able to work. Right. So it's one thing to put a trader into a city that's going to get an extra 3 or 4 food, like 4 food right there as an example. It's one thing to do that and then be growing into a bunch of crappy tiles versus this city that's going to grow into it being able to use a lot of good tiles, right? So I really like the choice to put the trader there.
And right now I'm trying to I want to build to go buy a
to
builder
purchase
as
a
well.
builder. Yeah, I like well,
Pasture there.
yeah, I think
Get
so
more
too.
from.
I think buying a builder in the capital would be good tempo as well. 2 more
I get the
pastures.
gold from in turn 2, huh?
Yeah, you'll get the
Right?
gold as well. So it's
So I
gold,
get three for now for this
and then it'll
trader.
become it could become 6 actually if you were to get
Yeah,
the horse.
that's really what
It's
I
too
want.
it's
What I
too
want.
bad that the trader decided to go north of those mountains instead of south because you could have picked up the horse for free, and not to mention the 2/2 tiles heading towards where you're going to put your campus. But it decided to go north instead.
'Cause I'm getting the good
Yeah, you're picking up Petra tiles.
deals.
Petra tiles for the win.
Okay, so
So you have
you
a
want
warrior.
to
I would
go
definitely step there so he doesn't get you.
and
You want to get into a position where you can get the
really
camp.
just try to kill himself.
Yeah.
You come back.
Now keep in mind that Simon Bolivar doesn't like you anymore. I would probably keep a close eye on his war and whether or not it's continuing. I would
So
send
I
that one
want
there. I would send it there
this
100%
one.
because you're going to want to be able to send anything you can do to send troops to the front lines is a good camp. Yeah, I don't mind that spot because you can still take that. Okay, we've got some help there from
Well,
AI Barb's doing AI things.
my
I would
God.
go ahead and do that. He's now trapped. The only
Hopefully
worry
doesn't
now is
get
if
on
you suicide into the wrong guy. Okay, so
think
you
I
got
want to
Tundra
see.
up here. You got a fissure, but I don't know if it's... Yeah, it's probably not a bad fissure. There you go. So the city's going to grow really fast, which is nice. Go back up to that city, though. I wouldn't mind assessing... Oh, there you go. There's going to go. What are you working? Just make sure you're working a 1-2 there to get the monument faster. You might be working the 2-1. Okay, no, you're working 1-2. Okay, I would lock that in just so that it doesn't...
Can I buy something here?
Not really,
Yes,
unfortunately.
just on the
We kind of settled that city in an emergency, but it's not bad. I don't mind it.
I kind of want to step on this tile to
I agree.
see around.
I would 100% step in that direction. There you go. There's your boost. Archery in the bag.
And I think I want to check around
absolutely.
here.
Actually, yeah, I would actually... Oh, there's a good hit. There you go.
I want to plug to scout.
There's political philosophy boost. That's fantastic.
And for sure I'm missing my golden age.
You think you're going to miss it? How many turns?
It's next turn.
Oh, shit. It's next. That was fast. Oof. Yeah, that's
next
unfortunate.
Turn, there's nothing I can do, really.
Yeah, early golden age in base games not all that big a deal anyway, to be honest with you.
How many is the...
It'd be 4. You'd still be 3 short. It's just unfortunate. But you only had 2 barb camps to clear. You only found like what 2 goody huts maybe. This would be the third.
Should I keep it for the next era then?
You don't get era score for tribal villages after the ancient.
One.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
Let him kill that. You've already got 3 barb kills, right? Or do you? Did you get the
Did I?
boost?
It's a civic, right?
No, it's the bronze working. No, you don't have it. You must have killed 2. I would get the kill then, yeah.
Uh,
Oh, you didn't. You low rolled it. Brutal.
whatever.
No big deal. More
State
more
workforce.
yeah, stay workforce. I like. You're gonna want to
I think I want the
yeah, do the horse because it's
horse
instant.
first.
Yeah, because it's instant. I like it. And then you've got.
Can I do campus
I would
already?
consider going back to builder. Builders.
Builder.
I would consider another builder, and then you could potentially use your gold on something else. Maybe it's no. I still
Maybe even
buy.
if
I still
builder
buy a.
there
I
to,
still buy a builder in your capital. It starts
thing.
paying for itself with the trade routes. Yep.
Oh. We'll miss it by tons of turn. So the optimal one here, one here, one here. That's one turn.
Yeah, if you'd have to buy the tile, I would go to the sheep first, to be honest with you. But and then you'd have to decide.
It's the same same
Yeah,
time.
it's the same
I
either way.
should start by this one because then I would do the second and
Yeah, you
third
could go
there.
that way. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let's see
It's something way up in the north there.
northern bar camp.
Okay, you have a promotion on your slinger.
I'm going to move
And
first. I think I want to move him.
yeah, you could head down that direction. He's a little bit vulnerable to attack, obviously, as a slinger, but you could just get some cheap scouting done. I think the last thing you need to learn about your surroundings in order to decide where you go settlers is just south, right? Like knowing what is down in this southern area is the most important thing. So I would swing the slinger down in this direction and just start learning. Yeah.
Okay.
So probably free ink is I think the best one. Because you're going to work on getting boosts and stuff, and you're going to build libraries and stuff like that. So.
Go stone. Yeah, I think with that turn I'm going to do the
you can do your unique. Yeah. So it would probably be around this time I'd start to assess my districting and city placement. I would basically just stop playing for a while and just make those decisions. You can decide when you want to do that, but
do we do this in this video or the next video?
We can do that next video. Actually, that's a good point. Shoot, we're probably over an hour now. Good call. Let's wrap up this episode, and when we come back, we'll discuss district placement, and we'll discuss potentially where all the cities will go, where they will live, and not a lot of mountains, but enough that we can max out our campuses and see what we end up with. And we've stolen a free settler. Pog Champ. All right. Thanks again, Seb, for joining me and everybody in chat. Thank you for everybody on YouTube. Let me know what you think about doing all of this fun stuff with the coaching sessions. Oracles being built. Greeting out. Grand Columbia, greeting out. All right. We'll see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.